Why don't we talk about the new TV I'm gonna buy?
Yes. Oh, wait, you're just doing it? Like this isn't even a.
LG's new 325-inch 8K TV takes up the whole wall. They should totally call it that. Samsung's going to have the wall, and LG's going to have the whole wall. And costs $1.7 million. $1.7 million. Okay, this is an awful Photoshop. Like, what are these shadows coming from? Right? What are we looking at here? I have no idea. And these people, look at them relative to the couch. They're not. This is not a picture. This is very obviously, yeah. It's awful. It's awful. But
The shadows are. What do you mean? Where are the shadows coming from?
I mean, where are the shadows coming from? Here, Luke. Where is this shadow coming from?
I can't see
Oh,
your
I
screen.
think I get it. I think the shadow is coming from back here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
The
okay,
sun's
okay,
coming
okay,
in
okay.
through the windows that are behind the terribly photoshopped in people.
I mean, it's still terribly
It
photoshopped.
is,
All right.
yeah. But the shadows are, yeah,
All right. All right.
yeah,
But
yeah.
okay, but the plant here has a shadow that goes this way. So no, no, no. It's still bad. It's still bad. It's just not bad in exactly the way that I thought it was bad. This
Yeah.
thing looks freaking crazy. So this is their new lineup of direct view LED or DV LED extreme home cinema sets. And they are going full bore. Like Samsung only has what? They have their professional and then they have their high-end consumer, like their luxury one. LG, man, they're calling these all home cinema. They have four different sizes of 1080p, or excuse me, 2K. So I don't know. I don't really know what they mean by that. I don't know if they mean 2048 by 1080 or if they mean 1920 by 1080. Hard to say. But 81 inch, 108, 30, 136, 163, and 215 inch. All of those are 1080. Then they've got 163, 217, 271, and 325 inch 4K displays, and the Chungus, the 8K 325 inch. These things are bananas. Peak brightness is, okay, viewing angles first, up to 190. No, sorry, what is this? Oh wow, no, okay, so they have ultra wide or like, or sorry, extra ultra wide. I don't know what you would call this, but this looks like a 16 by 9, 32 by 9 aspect ratio right here. 4K displays that challenge convention. Okay, where's the bloody specs of this thing? Wait, what? Download catalog. Okay, I clearly haven't prepared this topic, so you're gonna have to give me a minute here. I just wanted to marvel at it with you guys. Where's our brightness here? The nit brightness refers to, oh wow, they just have a whole like glossary of terms before they actually start telling
Check
you
out the flyer.
anything
Check out
about
the
it.
flyer.
Oh yeah. Oh, we've got all the info. LG's got like a whole sales sheet here. So the 136 inch sorry, 2K. I guess I'll no 1080p full HD. I'm gonna call it full HD. 800 nits peak. So that's not that crazy, even compared to an OLED. That's not crazy bright. The dual one does 1200 nits though. The 108 inch does 1200 nits. Then the 196 inch, which is the two 1080p's side by side, does 1200 nits. Man, for gaming, that would be sick. I am amazed they don't just have a game running here. Who would have all this different content that they're watching at the same time? That's
Yeah, I loved that. That was like that's my favorite part of the picture. I know the like horrible photoshopping is hilarious, but all these scenes that are just especially the hockey one being so unrealistic is just so funny.
where's the hockey one?
On the 8K magnificent. Sorry, I can't see what
Okay,
you're
I'll
looking
make
at. So maybe
I'll
tell me
make
what
my
the
way
wrong
down
thing.
there. I'll make my way down there. So around 1200 nits. Holy crap. The 163 inch sucks back 4,000 watts and weighs 556 pounds.
Wow.
Whoo boys. That is unreal. Each pixel is about 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. So these are fairly gigantic pixels. You're going to want to be pretty far back from a 4K 163 inch display. Here's the 8K one with the hockey thing that Luke was talking about. So this
Just
one
looks
manages 1200 nits peak brightness, It's IP20? Like what is this? It's water resistant? I got to double check what IP20 means. It weighs 2,200 pounds and consumes 16,000 watts peak. Luke, 16,000 watts.
That's awesome. That's
What is
very
going
cool.
on? What is life
Very
even?
nice.
Hold on a second. 16,560. Okay. So divided by 115. That is 144 amps. Assuming that it was on like a North American 115 volt circuit. That is literally larger than the electrical service that is provisioned to my house right now. That does my range, my air conditioning, my car charger, all my lights, all my computers.
By the way,
What?
did you say it was IP20?
I did.
So I looked up IP20. IP20 rating means the product is touch proof and will be resistant to dust or other objects that
Okay.
are over 12 millimeters in size. It's not water resistant.
Oh my God.
It has no protection whatsoever against liquids and will be susceptible to damage if it comes in contact with sprays or water.
Oh my God. The display comes in a flight case.
Light case. Yeah.
While some may say they're overkill, LG believes they make perfect sense. Okay. Unflipping real. Man, it
no
really
more
is.
searching to make sure you received every box.
It really is too bad I spent all of my giant TV money on framework stock because
Way better.
you think it was a better move? You think it was a better move?
Dude, I just keep watching more content about the laptop and I just want it more, but I'm too cheap, so I'm not going to buy it until my blade dies.
Well, that should be soon enough. It's a matter of time.
I mean, it's lived this long because I rarely use it. But
It's when, not if, at this point. Does anyone have any pricing for the in-between sizes? Because I don't actually see any of that information on LG's website. They've got all this amazing, here's all these reasons you should want it, but no actual way to buy it. This is interesting. Just like Samsung's The Wall, there's a separate controller box, so it runs WebOS. Wait, clicking on that just takes you back to the top of the page? Can you imagine, Luke, designing a page for a $1.7 million product that has a broken link on it? Like, how embarrassing is that?
Everything I can try to Google, like I have SKUs for every single one of them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I can't find pricing based off the SKUs.
Here, the flyer. The flyer is a
That's what I was
way
saying.
more information-dense version.
I told you to look at the flyer.
Oh my God, this is hilarious. Now, I heard this. I heard this from an installer who works with a lot of these micro LED and direct view LED panels, that apparently dead panels are just a fact of life. And the installers are constantly going back to these things to replace defective panels. That was actually one of the big reasons that I just pieced on the whole idea, even aside from the money. Get this, LG includes 5% spare modules in the box. So you're going to be ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be ready to go with spare modules, spare boards and parts, all of the direct view LED panels, and the 4K LG controller. No problem.
Also, on-site training prior to installation with an LG field engineer.
What? So they don't... Oh, wow. My understanding is Samsung only does this through approved installers, but I guess LG is just like, no, go for it, dog. We'll train you. A field engineer will train you. Oh, be ready with in-person support from LG. Okay, no, the in-person support from LG. Okay. 5 years extended care warranty is included with optional white glove replacement. And here you go. Here's the specs. So max brightness, this is probably different from peak brightness. It is worth noting that these don't even have exactly the same types of LED packages. So we've got surface mount diodes. Most of them appear to be SMD. But then what are these COB ones? I have not actually seen that term before. What is a COB LED? Chip on
Chip on
board.
board.
Okay. So what is the last one? Because there's another one. Shoot, I accidentally closed the thing. What's the last one called? Do you still have it?
IMD.
IMD. Okay. What's an IMD? IMD LED and IMD technology. Integrated. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Load this page. Okay, according to waveandco.com, it is integrated packaging, integrated matrix devices. Fascinating. Man, this is such a weird launch.
People
Imagine.
in Flowplane chat are saying that the chip on board ones are like huge and super spaced apart.
Got it, got it, got it. So basically, you're choosing between optimal brightness versus optimal density because the chip on board ones don't appear to go as bright. Oh, for whatever reason, I do not have that window again.
Sounds like it would be kind of bad for both. The links open in the same tab. So
what's interesting is that the actual size of the pitch of the pixel, so the size of the individual pixels, appears to be similar between the different technologies, at least on some of the SKUs, but the brightness is different. So SMD Surface Mount appears to get the lowest peak brightness, except where it doesn't.
Except where it gets the highest.
Yeah, it's so confusing.
It's all over the place. Yeah.
There's two SMD ones. So this is just ultimately
It's gotta be a major pricing difference, but I can't find pricing for almost any of this.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. This is the kind of thing, if you have to ask, you can't afford it, so what's the point of even listing it?
Did you see the like total care health checks and stuff like that?
No. What are the health checks?
It comes with 3 years of LG Total Care health checks, which means twice per year, someone will show up for on-site display health checks.
Wow. That's pretty good.
And you will also get priority on any RMA services. I think that's technically unrelated to the health checks, but if they noticed any problems during the health check, I'm sure it would apply.
So they're just owning that these things are gonna fail, and they're gonna fail hard, and they're just like, yeah, but we'll take care of it. Okay. I think that the answer is projector. I got some good advice from oh man, what's at First Reflect on Twitter. Rob hit me with some fantastic advice. JVC has some new stuff that is just out now. The NZ9 it does 4K 120 with frame-by-frame dynamic tone mapping for HDR, has HDR10 plus support, no Dolby Vision, but it is expected. Genuine 4K res DILA panels that can shift 4 times per frame for full 8K res to your eye. 3,000 lumens only, but this is going to be a light-controlled room. He's like, yeah, you could go GTZ380, which is that Sony 10,000 nit laser projector, but he figures this is much more appropriate, both in terms of physical size and noise levels for the kind of room that we're going to be in and the kind of screen size that we're going to have. So I think I'm just going to, at the very least, explore that option. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try one more time to go projector and see if I absolutely hate it. And hopefully by the time I give up on it, I will be able to go direct view LED of some sort and ditch it. But as long as it's modules, Luke, I don't know if I could handle seeing seams on my $100,000+ TV.
And whenever, like, okay, so there's a bit of a dichotomy, right? Because we wanted to see failure rate when we were looking at manufacturing on those tours that we went on.
Yep.
Cool, whatever. But when there's brands that are like, yup, we'll send a person out twice a year and you get priority RMA as an advertising thing mainstayed in the very middle of the page, that's a concern. That seems consistent about all of these like module TVs. They sound like they fail like crazy. The pixels are spaced really far apart. Brightness seems to be a bit of an issue, even
Yeah.
though it's direct view. And there's seams between the modules, and just it's really expensive. It takes a bajillion watts of power.
Yeah.
Like, just I don't know. It doesn't.
It doesn't appear to make a
Ugh.
lot of sense.